Hello friends, you can log on to primeaptacademy.com to access complete free video courses. So this is a question from CAT 2004 exam. So question says, answer the questions on the basis of information given below. Purana and Naya are two brands of kitchen mixer grinders available in the local market. Purana is an old brand that was introduced in 1990, while Naya was introduced in 1997. For both these brands, 20% of the mixer grinders bought in a particular year are disposed of as junk exactly 2 years later. It is known that 10 Purana mixer grinders were disposed of in 1997. Okay. The following figure shows the number of Purana and Naya mixer grinders in operation from 1995 to 2000 as at the end of the year. Alright. So you see Purana in this white box and Naya in this black box. So if you look at it, for example, in 1997, 182 Purana were available. Okay, when it says available, the Purana and Naya available, Purana is an old brand introduced for both these brands. The following figure shows the number of in operations. Okay, so 182 were in operation in 1997 for Purana and 30 were in operation for Naya. Naya was introduced in 1997. Okay. So this is the data. Now we'll look at the questions. Question says, how many Naya mixer grinders were purchased in 1999? Achha, we also know one thing, that 20% of the mixer grinders bought and disposed of. It is known that 10 Purana mixer grinders were disposed of in 1997. So let me write it 10 over here, disposed of. Okay, so it is only with the Purana. Okay, so we'll first take the question on Naya over here. How many Naya mixer grinders were purchased in 1999? So now if you look at it, 30 mixer grinders of Naya were purchased in 1997. Then 80 are in operation in 1998. 30 were from this year, so 50 more were purchased in 1998 for Naya. I'll write 97, 30 were purchased. So that is why 30 are in operations. In 1998, 80 minus 30, which is 50 are purchased, because that is why 80 are in operations. In 1999, we have to find out how many of them were purchased in 1999. Now if you look at it, out of this 30, 20% will be disposed of, because it says 20% of the mixer grinders bought in a particular year are disposed of as junks exactly 2 years later. So 20% of them are disposed of. That means 6 are disposed of. So out of this 80, which we are moving ahead with 80, 6 are disposed of. Okay, so 6 are disposed of. That means 74 carry from here. 74 carry from here. Now 124 are in operation. 74 gets carried from 1998. So how many are bought? 124 minus 74. That many mixer grinders are bought. Okay, because 124 are in operations, but 74 got carried from 1998. And why 74? Because 6 of them will get disposed of at this year. Okay, so that means how many are bought? 124 minus 74, which is 50. Okay, so 50 are bought at Naya mixer grinders are bought in 1999. So answer option 2, 50 is the correct answer here. Okay, now we look at the next question. It says, how many Naya mixer grinders were disposed of by the end of 2000? Alright, so how many Naya were disposed of by the end of 2000? Now over here we have figured out that if 80 were here and still 74 went ahead, that means 6 were disposed of here. Okay, because out of this 36 are disposed of. Now in 2000, the number which is bought over here in 1998, 20% of that are disposed of in 2000. So 50 are bought in 1998. 20% of that is 10. So in all, how many are disposed of till 2000? 6 plus 10, which is 16. Okay, 6 are disposed of in 1999, 10 in 2000. So 16, which is answer option 2, is the correct answer here. Now the next question says, how many Purana mixer grinder were disposed of in 2000? Were disposed of in 2000. So to find out how many Purana mixer grinder were disposed of in 2000, let me now rub this off. We need to find out how many Purana mixer grinders were bought in 1998. Alright. Because 20% of that will be disposed of in 2000. Okay. So we have to find how many of the Purana mixer grinders were bought in 1998. But to find that out, we need data even before 1995. Because as we saw for the Naya, you have to basically, to find out exactly how many are bought, you need to jump one by one step to figure out how many are being disposed of in the previous year and how many are bought in the next year. So we can't find the number of items being bought in 1998 for the Purana, okay, the mixer grinders. So we can't find how many are disposed of in 2000, alright, because we don't have the previous data. So cannot be determined is the right answer for this. Now finally the last question of the set says, how many Purana mixer grinders were purchased in 1999? Now we'll try to figure out this because we have some data about 1997. So the question says how many of Purana were purchased in 1999. We know that in 1997, it is known 10 Purana were disposed of in 1997. So 10 were disposed of in 1997. Alright. So now if you look at it, what this means is I have to now find, so I have a relation between 7 and 9 because it's a 2-year gap. So then I think that I can figure it out. So let's see how we have to do it. So 162 were in operation in 1996 and 182 were in operation in 1997. Okay, but 10 got disposed of. That means 30 more were bought here. Okay, why 30 more? Because if you do 162 minus 10. Why I did minus 10? Because 10 were disposed of here. Okay, so that becomes 152. But 182 were in operations. So 30 has to be bought here. So 30 were bought in 1997. Now if I take 1999, so if 30 were bought here, 20% of 30, which is 6 will be disposed of from this 30. So 6 are disposed of. Now from 222, we'll apply the same logic. 222 will dispose of 6. So 222 minus 6 is 216. So I have disposed of 6 from 222. So I have come to 216. But 236 are in operation. That means 20 more, which is 216 plus 20 is 236. So 20 more are in operation. So 20 have to be bought in 1999. Okay, so 20 were purchased in 1999 for the Purana mixer grinders. Okay, so 20 over here is the right answer. Alright, so that's how you solve this set.